The British Army's 7th Light Mechanised Brigade is on the move. We're driving down the road in Rutland. We've just come off of the A1 with members of the 2nd Battalion Royal Anglian Regiment. This is C Company, and they're practicing a road manoeuvre in a Foxhound. That's an armoured vehicle. The brigade's leading NATO's Very High Readiness Joint Task Force. The VJTF can be deployed anywhere in the world within 2 days to keep members safe. We saw people throwing bricks at police vans, and as well as dog units, there were obviously police dressed in riot gear and headgear with riot shields, and some of those police were covered in blood. We've just had a statement from Merseyside Police. This is the Assistant Chief Constable Alex Goss, who says it is sickening to see this happening within a community that has been devastated by the tragic loss of 3 lives. A very good afternoon. The time is just gone 12 o'clock. Let's get you your top stories at midday. The Prime Minister has insisted the government will stick to its manifesto pledges amidst reports the Chancellor may extend a freeze on tax thresholds. The Financial Times writes Rachel Reeves could raise £7 billion in revenue if the freeze is extended until 2028. Today we're here in Bedfordshire at Whipsnade Zoo, which is the country's largest zoo. And when you've got 10,000 animals like the giraffes in the paddock behind me, that comes with a lot of responsibilities. Today is the zoo's annual weigh-in, and that means that giraffes, as well as aardvarks and bears, are going to be stepping onto the scales, and that data will be shared with zoos around the world. Today, Britain's only flying Lancaster is based here too at RAF Coningsby. The Lancaster landmark will weigh around 92 tonnes when it's finished. That's 6 times heavier than the real one. And when it's in place, it will be taller than the Angel of the North. But building it isn't cheap. Dave Starling's firm Timmins is working for free. Both his grandparents were in the RAF.
It's nice to be able to do it and to honour the Lancaster. It's such a statement piece for Lincolnshire. You know, we are Bomber County and we're proud of it.
The pace of the £1 million project has dropped as the price of materials like steel rises.
We've actually been gifted the steel for these ribs, which again is about £20,000.
This isn't happening in isolation. This is happening right now because there is going to be a vote in Parliament, not just the Conservatives, not just the government, but also Labour is going to have a lot of pressure put on them, calling for a ceasefire. The SNP tabling that motion, but will the 2 biggest parties, the Conservatives and the Labour, be supporting it this week? A great success, but at a great cost. Today, we're live on the beach at Castricum-on-Zee in the Netherlands, remembering one fallen aircrew from the Dam Busters. Hello, I'm at Longclawson Dairy here in Leicestershire, talking about Stilton cheese, which can only be made here in the East Midlands. And we're talking about Stilton because it looks like there's going to be one fewer Stilton maker in this region. So we're asking, how are the other businesses in the industry going to fill the gaps? And is Stilton at risk? Valdo Calacane, who also goes by the alias Adam Mendez, was sentenced to a hospital order. He will now spend most, if not all, of his life at Ashworth High Security Hospital in Merseyside. Calacane will never see the inside of a prison cell, and his sentence will be indefinite. At the International Bomber Command Centre in Lincoln, a day dedicated to honouring its namesake. Roy Briggs risked everything flying in Bomber Command. Now aged 99, the wireless operator had one of the most dangerous jobs in the war, bombing Berlin.
I couldn't believe it, really. I thought, is this me or am I dreaming that a 20-year-old boy from the back streets of Battersea was flying over Germany in a Lancaster?